Zero and Amy K, 6:10 in the morning. So when you get a gift or an offer of a gift from your partner, that's always fun, right?
That's always exciting. Yes. Oh, what'd you get me? A nice little surprise.
But it's just kind of an odd and really random and maybe borderline offensive surprise, depending how you look at it.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
This one's Katie, and she says, Zero and Amy. Curious what people think about this. I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year, and things have been going pretty well. Recently, he sat me down and said, now that we're serious, there's something I wanted to bring up. I honestly thought he wanted to talk about moving in together or even hinted a proposal. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
However, he said, I don't know if you're insecure about your breast size, and you've never said you are, but there's something, if you ever wanted, I'd be willing and very interested in paying for. I'd be willing to bump them up a couple sizes. No pressure, but I would be very excited about it. I was completely speechless. For the record, I've never complained about my chest, never mentioned wanting surgery, and never asked for anything like that. He's brought it up oddly a few times, just saying, hope you're thinking about it. Am I overreacting if I try to shut this down or break up with him? I've never once brought this up. What am I supposed to do with this?
I think obviously he's the one who wants it. So if you don't want it, I think you just flat out say, this sounds like something you want me to get. It is not something I want to get for my body, unless you do. You could say, I am interested, but I would like to think about it, or sure, let's schedule it. Whatever you want, you need to just lay it out there, though.
It's really entirely dependent on whether or not it's something you're interested in, I guess. It's really only you know that, right? Only you do. I wouldn't do it getting pressured by this person, if that's what you're asking. I wouldn't do it for this person. That's an odd thing to do.
Don't do it for him. If you want it, get it, because now you have someone to back it financially. If you don't want it, you tell him straight up, I do not want this. And then it has to be end of discussion, and he never can bring it back up again.
Just generally speaking, if there's something in my life that I've passed my mind, I've thought about, I wouldn't mind doing that, but if I had the money, but gosh, it's so expensive, and somebody's like, well, I'd pay for that. Sure. But if you've never once been insecure about that, you've never once wanted it, or if any part of you is doing it just because of this guy, just tell him no. See what happens. If he leaves, he leaves.
Then you could even say, it makes me question if you're unhappy with my looks or my body, and put it out there, and so he knows how that came off.
Because it doesn't come off well.
No, it's not. It's rude.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been insecure about this. No, but are you now saying that I should be?
I'm sorry. Now that we've been together for a year, I feel comfortable saying you should consider this plastic surgery, and I'd be willing to pay for it because it's that needed.
I recently went somewhere to talk about getting I wanted to get my chin fixed, and they were talking about how to do that. And then they would have to fix parts in my cheeks, and then it would be like what you would have to do to my lips. And it was all these other things where I was not insecure about my cheeks or my lips or anything. And then they added, and then that day I was just crushed, and I kept looking at myself in the mirror, and I bet that's how she's feeling, and that stinks.
Are you thinking this is something you would respond to a certain way, or how do you think she should?
I think she's in a great place right now. Her boyfriend is willing to pay for the plastic surgery. She has A cups and he wants C cups. What's the big deal? Really, what's the big deal? I think she's probably a lucky girl. Plastic surgery is expensive. Just make sure he's footing the bill.
So you're seeing a lot of positivity here.
Well, it's her body, so it's kind of like a win-win situation. He gets the type of girl he wants. She gets free boobs. Everybody wins.
If she wants them, though.
That's the thing. For me, it sounds like this woman wants them, and that's why she's like, absolutely, you're in the best spot ever.
For whether it's this or anything, can you imagine, looking in the mirror and, seeing yourself looking physically different in a major way and being like, I only did this for this person? That's a pretty serious thing to do if you're not interested.
Huge thing to do. Someone said, my husband has been with me through pregnancies, weight gain, weight loss, all of it. Never once has he suggested that I change my body. He tells me I'm beautiful exactly the way I am, and that's the kind of partner everyone deserves. And someone said, I actually did a breast augmentation, and it was 100% my idea after having kids. If my husband was the one to suggest it before I ever mentioned it, I would be upset. Cosmetic surgery is a very personal choice. If you want it, great. If you don't, that conversation should have never happened, especially from him.
What are we thinking about the whole thing? Hi.
I think it's absolutely outrageous. The person who loves you is the person who's supposed to make you feel like you would never need plastic surgery. They're supposed to build up your confidence and love you for who you are. It's ridiculous.
So if you're getting anything new in your life, should be a new, maybe significant other.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just proof that he doesn't love her for who she is.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know about that, but I do think it comes off poorly, and they need to have a conversation. But if before the conversation, you really need to decide, do that soul searching. Is that something I'm at all interested in?
The fact that you're questioning it, I'm assuming
not.
it's not, because would I love that? Absolutely. I've brought it up to Steven before, and he's like, you don't need to change anything on your body. You're great the way you are.
And that's the right answer.
But if Steven was like, hey, I got all this money, and I know you've been thinking about a boob job. You want it? Absolutely. Right away. I think if that's something you've thought about and you want, you would have taken him up on the offer. And that's why I'm thinking she doesn't want this. So you need to tell him, no, end of discussion. And someone even said you should point out that you thought he was proposing to you, or that you guys were having a talk about moving in together. And then he's bringing up a surgery to change your appearance. Tell him that's why it hurt you. And are you not happy with the way I looked?
Boy, what a dumb way to set that up. Hey, now that we're serious, there's something I want to talk to
That's
you
what
about.
someone else said. A year in, and this guy thinks the next step in your relationship is new boobs instead of a future together. I'm having a hard time getting past that.
Imagine this. He gets down on one knee. You're like, oh my gosh, it's happening. He has a bag with him. You're kind of confused because that's not a ring box. He pulls out a bra. You're like, that looks too big for me. He's like, what?
If that's how it went down, I would kick him in the face.